Something like that. Believe me, they love it.
Yeah, Chris, that's what we in the biz call overacting. All righty then, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, happy execution, it's time to lose your head. Here's hoping that your parting shot makes us lots of bread. There's no need to worry, the smoke is swift and clean to make your execution day the best you've ever seen.
Yes, Chris, it's a mighty big day for you, my friend. The last day of the rest of your life. And I think a few words of inspiration are appropriate here. Chris, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and... Oh, no, wait, let's try that again. Chris, don't let your troubles bring you down. There's no need to wear a frown. Just keep your eye upon the sparrow, your chin up, and your head held high, and that way he's not going to miss.
Oh, there's no need to worry. The stroke is swift and clean. Come on, Chris.
To make your
execution day the best you've ever seen.
Yeah! Buffo!
Chris! Way to work them. These are your people.
They love you, man.
Yes. Now you guys, you don't really want us to lop old Chris's head off, do ya?
Yeah!
All right, my kind of audience. The roller derby crowd.
Boy, how quickly that worm turns, huh? Oh, well, you got any final words for your fans? Chris, there must be something that you wanted to get off your chest.
Get off your chest.
Oh, I love that one.
Good. It's like a play on words, you know, because we're gonna.
Well, that's all right, Chris. You're gonna get it. Now all you have to do is lean forward.
That's right, Chris, old buddy, old pal.
Just a little bit.
Like they always said back at my old school, just bend over and trust me, baby. Hey, wait a minute.
That doesn't sound right.
Hold on.
We're not that kind of executioner.
No, we're regular
Totally
guys,
professional, Chris.
manly men. How about them saints? Yo!
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go, Chris.
Okay, let's try this again, Chris. Hold her steady. Do not move. On the mark. Get set. And let her rip.
Oh, Chris.
Woo.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Chris. What are you but eating, man? Woo.
Banana.
Boy, oh, is that the secret? You sure know how to slow down a beheading. I gotta say, though, Chris, that was the unkindest cut of all. Oh, man, how are we going to recover? Say, I just had an idea. Believe me, that doesn't happen often. Do you suppose that if you held your hands like this, you could catch that sucker on the way down?
What?
What do you got to lose, you know?
What is this? I'm trying to do a
Chris,
serious
I like the
execution
idea
here.
of the
You can't
interlocking
catch
finger
your
grip.
own hand.
See, that way you don't drop it. I mean, that is bad.
All right, we'll try it.
So get the fingers together. Okay, now lean forward and hold that pose.
That's right, Chris. This time, we are dead serious.
Okay, Blog, you want to just check the lie on this?
Oh, sure. Let me take a look here.
Not much of a breeze, really. Okay.
Well, this looks like kind of a tough shot.
Oh, you bet.
I would say use the 5-iron.
The 5-iron?
Yeah, that sucker's pretty thick.
Oh, no, I only brought the mashie.
The mashie?
Well, I didn't know.
This is going to take all night.
Ew. Well, what should we do?
Well, we could just go on to the next bit, I suppose.
Oh, great.
But what about Chris, man?
Man, and all you
this
kids.
was his chance to be a star.
I bet this was your first
And we blew
beheading,
it.
wasn't it?
Chris, I know
Oh,
how
I'm
you feel.
sorry. Maybe you
Good
could
luck.
catch another show.
You're heartbroken. Your showbiz career has turned into a big pile of doo-doo.
Maybe that's what it was.
Come on, Chris, let it out. Let's see some anger. Let's see some betrayal. Let's see some acting.
Chris, you want to let us know when you're done? As an actor, you're done. I know. You know, Chris, I gotta say, it's guys like you that give William Shatner the courage to return to the stage. Tell you what, though, you have been such a good sport, we're not gonna let you go home empty-handed. Hang on just a sec.
Well, that's right, Chris. We have a consolation prize for you. A one-year subscription to Bunny Rabbits in Bondage, delivered to your house in a plain brown wrapper, you rascal you. But wait, there's more. You will also receive something to provide you and all your friends with hours of enjoyment. Yes, Chris, your very own home version of the Smeg and Blog board game.
Hey, here you go, Chris. Let's hear it for Chris, huh?
All right.
Yes. But wait.
There's even more!
Yes, indeed, Chris, because you have survived this beheading. For you, we have a Smeg and Blog press-on tattoo.
Whoa!
Hey, there you go, Chris.
Chris,
wear it with pride.
Major fashion statement. Okay, Chris, that's the laptop model. That's all there is now. Take all your crap and get out of here. One more time for Chris!
Yeah!
Hey, let's tell him who we are. Oh,
we're the Jolly Hatchet Men, as you can plainly see. S-N-M-E-E-B-L-O-G-G. Chopping, hacking, slicing till the blood is flowing free. S-N-M-E-E-B-L-O-G-G. Smeg and Blog. We're unique, Smeg and Blog.
We're très chic.
Forever let us hang our victims high.
Hoo!
Ah, come along and sing a song of morbid fantasy. S-N-M-E-E-B-L-O-G-G.
And now, the final verse, the verse with the message. Our funds are low. It's time to show your generosity. S&M money is the root of all evil. Double E, except for us. We're pros, we can handle it. B-L-O-G-G. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you had a great day, folks. Now, please remember, today, with every $2 donation, we've got a Smeg and Blog press-on tattoo for you. Stop by, say hi, stick around for a while. We got a lot more happening today. Thanks for coming. And don't worry, folks, we'll place ourselves strategically. All right, people.
Just started using carbon fiber, just a couple of months. Newspaper. And even still, the newspaper is wrapped up inside the fiber. That's how I keep it wet all the time, because I keep the newspaper nice and saturated. Now, I don't use American newspaper, I use newspaper from South America, because it's actually made from wood. Okay. Can you imagine that? Paper made from wood. I don't know if you know what paper in the United States is made out of, newspaper. Look in your garbage can, that's what it's made out of. Alright, back into the furnace to reheat it. Like I said, I need to get it off the blowpipe. So I'll reheat the entire piece, and then I'll get a little bit of hot glass on one of these rods here. And I'll use the hot glass on the end of the rod to attach it to the piece, and then once I have a new rod attached to the piece, I can break it away from the blowpipe. So I heat the entire thing up so that the hot glass will stick to it. Then I always hold it up for a couple seconds till the outside skin cools enough that the piece won't lose its shape. Then I can just hang it up and go for my little bit of hot glass on the end of the rod. This little hot glass is going to allow me to stick this rod right to the bottom of the piece. Now, if you're a little faint of heart, I don't want you to watch this. It'd be really terrible for some people. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rod and I'm going to shove it right up the rear of this vase. Now, as soon as they touch, they stick. So I just have to push it around a little bit, make sure it's on center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cool the neck off back where I made that line earlier to thin the glass out. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of water that I have here on the tool. And what the water does is it cools the glass off so quickly that it creates a whole bunch of stress in the glass. And once you create enough stress in the glass, all you have to do is add a little bit more energy to get the glass to break. You always have to add energy to release energy, so that little tap causes it to crack right off the end of the blowpipe. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the furnace, begin to reheat the top of it so I can start to open it up and shape it a little bit. Now, once I've attached this to the rod, I have to be very, very careful, because just the slightest, vibration or too loud of a noise, what it will do will cause the glass to break right off the end of the rod, all right? So if you do see me do something kind of interesting, don't make a lot of loud noise, okay? So what you have to do is just say ooh and ah, okay? Can you do that?
Ooh. Ah.
Can you do that? Do you guys need practice? Is that what it is? Are you having trouble? All right, here. I want to hear you say ooh. 1, 2, 3. Not like that. All right, I want to hear you say ah. 1, 2, 3.
Ah.
Yeah, see, I like that. Here, I want to hear them put together. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. Ah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of nice. Good for my ego, don't you think? All right. All right, now, back into the furnace, reheat a little bit. And whenever you see me do something kind of interesting, you're going to have to give me an ooh and an ah. Can you handle that?
Say stop.
Okay. All right, now, I want to get the top of it nice and hot, because the hotter that it is, the easier it is for me to work it. Now, when it broke off of that blowpipe, it broke off of there unevenly, okay? But it always does that. Every single time, regardless of what I do, I cannot get the glass to break off of the pipe straight. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to get it up to about 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut into it and just cut the top of it straight. Now, the reason that it breaks off the blowpipe unevenly all the time is because, well, it can't break straight, okay? Now remember, I told you this material never crystallizes. Okay, now since it never crystallizes, it never creates a crystalline structure. That means that it has no cleavage lines. And when things break straight, they always cleave. Well, glass can't do that because it doesn't have any cleavage lines. You see, also, since this material is in its, well, it never crystallizes, that also means that it never goes through a stasis change. It never changes from one matter state to the next. That was kind of neat of you. That sounds like pity oohs and ahs. Come on, you guys. Now, since this material never crystallizes and it never changes from one matter state to the next, what that means is that it's in its liquid state at all times. This stuff never turns into a solid. Glass is never considered to be in its solid state. It stays in its liquid state at all times, regardless of what its temperature is. And that's because, not because it doesn't solidify, or it's not because it doesn't have a solid structure, it's because it never changes. All right, now, I got it nice and hot, and I want to change the shape a little bit. Actually, I want to kind of open it up, make it a little bit wider. So, to open it up, I use a specialized tool. Now, this is a tool that's been around for a long time, and it's been used by glass blowers for many centuries, very secretively. And it's got kind of a funny name. It's called a stick. Hey, here, would you guys like to see me do something really, really beautiful? You realize you'd have to really feed my ego to see something really great, don't you? You want to know how to really feed my ego? Yeah? I want to hear all the ladies in the audience say, ooh baby, oh baby. The king and the queen are approaching. Give me the honor of please standing and acknowledging them. I'll go back in here and reheat a little bit. This is a parade that's headed for the joust. The joust won't be starting for another 10 or 15 minutes.